just switch gears a bit. 30 Rock, is that dead at the Emmys? Because this is the second year in a row it hasn't won a single award after dominating for 3 years. So, like this.
Yeah, and it lost the directing award. Wasn't that astounding? They had that Brave live episode. I thought if there was one award, it was guaranteed to win. It was that, and it lost. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think the live episode, I reckon, was divisive. I think I didn't really like it. I didn't think it was very good. I know some people loved it though, and it is a very brave thing and very technically a very impressive feat to pull off. But I could see voters going either way on that episode. Like it, you know, the Modern Family episode that won, probably everyone likes. But with a live episode, depending on the panel, I think that could have gotten a ridiculous number of votes or missed out. So I wasn't hugely surprised with that, but yeah, that's definitely where it was looking pretty good.
And a live show probably looks more impressive when you watch it live than when you watch it a year later and you're judging it. It's sort of the excitement of it is over.
Yeah, but yeah, for a show that was like no show since Frasier had dominated the Emmys like 30 Rock did, just to win 3 comedy series Emmys in a row, it was very impressive. And to see it now go 2 years without winning a single award, like 30 Rock is just completely fallen off.
I don't think it was that good this year. I was very disappointed. I really liked the show a lot. In fact, I love the show. I think it's a classic. You know? But this past year was just the plot lines were preposterous. I think it's just on autopilot.
I quite like this year.
Did you really? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Like, it's not my favorite show, but I enjoyed it this year.
Yeah, I thought it had a good year.
I guess. Oh, Downton Abbey won Best Miniseries. That's a bit of a surprise, correct?
Not at all. Look, it was just named the most critically praised TV show of all time or something, right? Didn't it go in the Guinness Book of Records? The surprise was that it lost at the BAFTA Awards. I mean, this was probably the most acclaimed show out of Britain this past year and a half. It lost to what I think Sherlock Holmes at the BAFTA, which was a big surprise. I had no doubt it was going to win here at all because the history of this category is that they go for the British snooty things. Look what's won here: Little Dorrit, The Lost Prince. These very British esoteric things. They love it. And I thought if anything could pull off an upset over Mildred Pirce, because I certainly thought Mildred Pirce was not. I knew it wasn't going to win. If there was an upset, I thought it was going to come from the Kennedys, which I was very impressed with. And I thought, you know, the upsets in this category historically, when you look at, for example, years ago there was a mini-series about Jacqueline Onassis that won here. And I think it was, and everyone was stunned. I think it was back in the 80s. And I thought, well, that was the magic of the Kennedys story. It's so compelling, and it's so magnetic as people. I thought that might translate again in this category here, especially the underdog quality of the show itself in its profile in the industry. But Downton Abbey, no, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
It wasn't that surprising to me either. I predicted Mildred Pirce. I think I was looking back at this race sort of like the race a few years ago when HBO had another big miniseries, Elizabeth I, and PBS had Bleak House, which I thought was so much better than Elizabeth I that year, and I thought it would win that year. And Elizabeth I ended up winning anyway, so I thought, you know, the HBO might would take out, you know, the little masterpiece theater show. But I'm glad Downton won, because I think it's better than Mildred Pirce.
Yeah,
that's true. I'd forgotten about the Bleak House story. That was brilliant. Bleak House was brilliant. How it lost, I can't figure it out.
Mm. Yeah, we've got just a comment back on that 30 Rock thing in the thing. It says, "Is this 30 Rock's last year?"
And it's a show about TV.
Yeah,
and it's got the coolest people in the business in there. Tina Fey is one of the geniuses of our time. She's Lucille Ball, but she can write, and she can direct, and she's sexy, and she's just amazing. She defines cool, even though she hates me. You do remember that she trashed me in her latest book, Bossy Pants, but I forgive her.
Oh, that's very, very kind of you. Have you forgiven Joel McHale yet, Tom?
No, I saw him I saw him in the lounge area at the Emmys, and I think he knows about how I carry this comic grudge about him trashing me on the soup one night. But I did see him, and I could have stopped and chatted and forgiven him on the spot. But no, I kept walking. But Tina Fey, I feel bad about because she's really cool.
So, Someone's asked, what did you guys think, and you guys are going to have to answer this, of the ridiculous techno music? Do you guys have an opinion on that?
I thought it was sort of embarrassing. I didn't even notice it at first, and then they throw a commercial break at one point, and I hear this, like, you know, they're playing Outkast, Hey Ya, elevator music, and I'm thinking, what are they doing? Like, they think they're cool in 2003, but they're so behind.
And they kept putting that rap music they had LL Cool J come out at one point, and it wasn't even entertaining or cool, or it was just obnoxious. And all the music was poorly chosen there, except the opening song numbers. But it's just obnoxious.
It had the whiff of desperation, definitely.
For just on an hour now. So, do you guys have any final thoughts on the Emmy Awards this year?
I thought you know the winners were good on the drama side. I thought a lot of surprises. I'm not even sure how to evaluate them next year because you know some categories the tapes absolutely mattered, and other categories they absolutely didn't. So I'm not exactly sure how to evaluate the mood swings of Emmy voters these days.
I'm kind of glad about that fact, Daniel, because sometimes you know if it becomes too easy to predict, we care less. The fact that these awards, we think we've got it nailed. Like we were so certain Laura Linney was going to win this year. We were absolutely certain. She's never lost. She had the big C. She's got, she's a film star. You know, slumming it on TV. It had every single bell, whistle, and button going for it, and somehow she lost. And that keeps us humble, I think, a little bit in this business of punditry that we're in. And it makes the Emmys a lot of fun to predict. But yet, look. The episodes do matter. Margot Martindale won because the episode matters.
Yeah.
Guy Pirce won, or who else should I say? All of the multiple episode winners, from Jim Parsons to Julie Bowen to Ty Burrell, all owe that factor, as we know, to winning. But of course, the episode didn't matter. You disagree with this, Matt, in terms of Kyle Chandler, because I know you admired it dramatically in the performance. But I think that's a case of where the episode didn't matter and there was something else happening. And that's okay. I like the fact that we get it wrong sometimes, but I don't like the fact that we got it so wrong this time. Me particularly. I'm just kicking myself.
Yeah. Just on the Kyle Chandler thing, I think there were definitely other factors at play to his win. I think the tapes weren't completely ignored, though. I think it wasn't like, well, he didn't have a good performance, but we're going to vote for him anyway because we like him. I think it was he had a good performance, and we like him. Let's vote for him. So that's. I definitely don't think it was just on tape that he won. I think a lot of people. I've been reading a lot of people saying stuff like this is the biggest, most shocking year of the Emmys ever. All these surprises. I feel like we read that every year. Everyone's always saying that. I think maybe there was one or two more shockers this year than usual, but I didn't particularly find it that shocking. I'm really happy for Mad Men. I think that's just a great show. It's my favorite drama series since The West Wing. So I'm happy to see that join the club. Most of the acting winners I'm pretty happy with. Don't really like Melissa McCarthy's performance, so that was a bit disappointing. And the only thing I'm devastated over is Steve Carell not winning for The Office. That goes up there with Martin Sheen not winning for The West Wing for me. Close, right. A bit of a gap between the two, but that's a second. So, I'm pretty devastated about that. Everything else pretty pleased with. Great to see Friday Night Lights go out the big year. I got to chat to Jason Katniss, who won for Best Writing, so that was pretty cool. Yeah. So I think good year of the Emmys. I think generally they awarded some pretty good people.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry we didn't get to all the questions. Thanks for all your chatting and all for watching. That's really cool. We'll probably do another one of these webcasts at some point in the not too distant future.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Matt. Good job.
Yeah, bye, guys.
Good night.